Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. And today we have a very great guest with us. His name is Sandarbh. And just for his quick introduction, he's none other than the student who got 91 marks in SBR in March 2025. And the catch is that that was after getting 33 marks. So the comeback was from 33 to 91. And first of all, Sandarbh, huge congratulations from the whole team of TG professionals.
Um,
And we are so proud of you. And please give your introduction as well to my audience.
Hello everyone, myself Sandarbh Raj and currently I am a ACCA finalist. Apart from ACCA, I am also pursuing BCom honors from Sri Aurobindo College, University of Delhi, and I reside in New Delhi.
That's great. So, Sandarbh, like, first of all, how do you feel after getting this score 91 and where did the 9 marks go?
Ma'am, as per my calculation, I was getting somewhere around 65 when I came back after exam. So when I got 91, it was a big shock for me as well.
Okay.
Yes,
And so you don't know where the 9 marks have gone because you were
no,
estimating 65.
yes.
Okay. I hope such things happen with everyone who's listening to this, that they hope for something less and they get more. So, Sandarbh, on like, how do you categorize your preparation time? And like, I'm sure you've given this attempt before March as well. So you have studied not just for 3 months, but more than that. So can you just categorize your preparation phases? Like when you did your initial preparation, what was there? Like what did you exactly do in the December attempt, and what did you change in the March attempt, and everything about like whatever you want to share about your preparation from like September till March.
Ma'am, if I talk about my December attempt, at that time I hardly prepared for SBR as it was my first P-level paper and I did not take classes for the SBR exam. And 1 month before the exam, we had to go to Gujarat. So, due to some personal reason, 10 days of my got wasted.
Okay.
So, and in December, I also had my semester exam. So I focused more on my semester exam, due to which I couldn't study for the SBR attempt. So I got at 33.
Okay.
If I talk about this recent attempt of March, I started preparing around 20th of January because first I was having my college exams as well. So if I talk about my preparation, majority of my time went into Kaplan study text and test your understandings. In the last 20 days, I just watched your 10 to 15 debrief videos, nothing more.
Okay. So you did not do any practice like in the previous attempt also you never practiced, you directly sat
No,
the paper,
yes.
and in March also you've not written any question, right?
From my side, I just wrote three questions of consolidation, that too only practical part, not the theory part.
Okay. And you didn't do self practice, like not even the RBR brainstorming part.
No,
So just the debriefs and three questions of consolidation.
yes,
Any mock?
no mock.
No assignment?
No assignment as well. Actually, I've not, never given any mock either. If I talk about my college exam, board exams, or even if in ACCS, I feel like if I am not prepared, like if I am 60 to 70% prepared, and if I give the mock, then the it might happen that I might not get the desired score, and then it would affect my score in the final exam as well. Sometimes we get disappointed with our result. So I feel like
That's that's
in
true.
instead of giving the mock, I focused on revising the concepts again and again so that I replicate it correctly in the exam.
That's so right. Uh, so I don't recommend this for every student. I think every student has a unique way of studying, but Sandarbh did it. But I would say he's God gifted, maybe, but it's not recommended for everyone to skip on the mocks and skip on the, you can say, your practice. But Sandarbh, like, you did not write the mocks and you were never aware of the time pressure that you might face. So, can I assume that the paper that you sat for in December, maybe that acted something as an experience for you because you got to know how much time it takes to complete question one? Like, even if you got a low score, but you still went on and you faced that paper. So, that experience counts. So, did you complete that December paper in which you got 33?
In December attempt, I didn't know the concepts, as well as I did not read any technical article. I just attempted 60 to 65 marks of paper.
Okay.
So I got 33, and that if I would have studied for 4 days seriously, I may have passed.
Hmm.
Or if I went in the exam with a negative approach that I am going to fail. I knew because I was hardly prepared. No questions, no concepts, nothing. So I assumed, but for the March attempt, I studied seriously from the mid of January. And
Okay. So that was like 45 days, right? Right after your results.
yes,
Okay. So did you follow the 45 days plan or how was that?
for the first few days, I was able to follow. Then in between, I got some college assignments and all. So like I completed my course somewhere around 13th or 14th February. Then I started with the debrief videos.
Okay. So you completed the course. Now, when you were completing this course, what was your chronology? Like watching the lecture, then the Kaplan text, or just the Kaplan text? What exactly it was?
In the first go, I just watched the lectures
Hmm.
and did test your understanding side by side. When the lectures were over, then I did like 3 to 4 chapters every day, reading from Kaplan text, doing test your understanding side by side. Actually, one thing is that I got 10 marks, same, uh, sorry, like in my exam, I got 10-mark question from test your understanding only. Only the values were changed.
Yeah,
Like,
it happens. Yeah.
yes. In one of the question, it was a leases question. Like we were given present value of lease payment, and from that we had to remove some amount. There is a similar test your understanding in
Was
Kaplan
the
as
at
well.
company?
Ah, yes.
IFR 16, yeah.
And one more was there from share based payment, I guess. Same test your understanding came.
So that is something like you totally like. I always say this TYUs are very important. So you also say that that is a core to pass this
Yes.
paper because it
Yes.
hits your base, right?
For major chapters, they should be done.
Yeah. So I think what I understand from what you've told is that you really emphasized not just the lecture. Lecture gave you the understanding, but you
Yes.
also went a step ahead and you took on that responsibility that yes, I'm going to read the chapter as well and then again reattempt the TYUs. So that was something where you analyzed yourself that maybe I'm not so good in the concept, so I need to do it again, right? So some people they just move with the flow and they're like, okay, whatever it is, let's move on. So you gained perfection over the concepts. That's what I'm
Yes.
understanding.
Because when I opened the kit, I felt like I'm going to fail. So I did not even open the kit at all. I just watched the debrief because in the debrief videos, all the topics and the question was simplified. So I felt like more comfortable while watching a debrief instead of opening the kit. So I focused major of my time on on the concept.
That's very right. So basically, you understood. What I'm understanding is you understood yourself first that yes, if I do this, I would get demotivated. So let's just avoid it. So
Yes.
whether it was your not moving ahead without getting a clarity, and you decided no, I want to get a clarity and then move on. And also when you said that okay, I'm not feeling comfortable with the kit, so you just took the option of the debriefs and you just avoided the kit. So you literally made it a very personalized approach. That is, I would say, that takes guts. So that's huge that you were able to do that. Okay. So I also want to understand just one question that is clicking my mind. Have you given FR?
Yes.
So how much was the score in FR?
Actually, I failed in my first attempt for FR as well, as it was my first skill level paper. I give that also casually. In my second attempt, I got 8 in
80.
FR. Yes,
Oh my God. So okay. So when you got 80 and then you sat for SBR, there must have been some kind of confidence that, anyway, I'm going to get a pass in SBR because in FR I was good.
yes.
But then it didn't turn out the same way.
Mm,
And then you had to reattempt and you got a 91. So you're a great person in IFRS, that's what I can say.
I assumed SBR to be practical just like FR. And when I started studying, I felt like it is just 10%, 15% practical exam and all other area is theory.
Yeah, very right. Okay. What's your opinion about pre-populated spreadsheet and how did you prepare for that? Like, did you face any difficulty? What would you recommend to others who are watching you and are going to give their June attempt?
I feel like pre-populated is actually easier when you have already given the format. You just need to put the values. Otherwise, you need to think of the headings you need to put. Where should the what I am saying? Where should
Yeah.
the calculation go? But
Yeah.
when you are already given the drafted populated sheet, you know that this is the mistake. You have to correct this. I followed your approach like first adjustment, second in second column, second adjustment, and like that I did.
Yeah.
And
Okay. Hmm. So basically, you did the practice just for 3 questions for
yes,
pre-populated, and
just to get the idea, like how to make and all.
yeah, and you spent a lot of time on study text of group accounts, right?
Yes.
Yes, and the TYUs, right?
Hmm. For group accounts, I did not do TYU.
Okay, so that's my advice that you followed.
Yes.
Let's leave the TYUs of
Yes.
groups.
The
Okay.
questions were so long, and I felt like if you know the concepts, you can do it.
Yeah. Okay. Now, when you were sitting for the paper, I feel like even when I'm teaching, when I do pre-populated, it's like too exhausting because sometimes journal entries and posting them. So sometimes it becomes too exhausting. And now you've not written a mock and then you're entering into the paper. So in the real paper where you got 91, what was your experience of the exam about time management and the mental exhaust that you were facing?
See, I would advise not to go with question one. I started with question one, but like if your IFRS and standards are strong, you should go with question two, three, four first because they are easy to do and are shorter compared to the first. Like in first question, I exceeded the first question by 20 minutes. So I felt like like now I won't be able to complete the paper. I divided my paper like 1.8 minute approach per mark, 1.8 minute. So when I first did the first question, if I will be honest with you, my majority of the calculations were wrong. I did not know where to post the calculation. I got retranslation,
Mm.
retranslation
Yeah.
consolidation question. So I just did whatever I could do and like posted in the wrong, in the correct heading from what I assumed it to be. Maybe I guess it went correct.
I think what you're saying is the 9 marks that you must have lost might have been there.
Yes.
But if you post it, I always say this that if you post it in the right account, you even get marks for posting, right? That you know that this was debited and this was credited. Whether the amount is wrong or even if you do working notes, you must have done working notes, right? For the
Hmm.
calculation.
Yes.
So you still get marks for that. And right at the conclusion that you're getting, that does not matter because that just carries another half a mark that, okay, this has to be the amount. So even if you did 10 blunders, you would have lost 5 marks, right? Half a mark for the conclusion. Right. So that's the correct strategy. So all those people who are afraid of pre-populated, now you know that if you know where to post it, and you actually don't leave it blank and you actually try to fight that pre-populated back and you do your working notes, you will surely get the step marks and you can be getting a 91, right? Okay.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Like there are mostly you have to write the calculation in Word file. You
Yeah.
have to describe like what how you have solved. You can do one more thing like you can solve the part in spreadsheet and you can say refer to the calculation in spreadsheet and simplify like in easy terms in the Word file. So it will
Yeah.
also gain you marks.
Yes, that's true because word file is difficult, like inserting
Yes,
a table and all that stuff. So it's better
yes.
you have to use your calculator in the word. That's an extra time that
Hmm.
takes. Like, okay, how did you write your answers? Was it in paragraphs? Was it in pointers? What approach did you follow?
I followed paragraph approach because like in pointer, what happens like if there is a 10 marker question, first I need to think a lot like I have to write 8 to 9 points, then I have to write this, and this point. Instead, I feel like if I know the concept, then I can write two, three paragraphs for the same.
Hmm.
Because the chances for the examiner reducing the marks also reduces. He might not notice something in the paragraph which is clearly visible when you write in the pointer form. I
Yeah.
feel that.
So you're highly scrutinized in bullet points, but in paragraphs you can be. That's so smart. Yeah. So you can be saved. But did you face any such like issue in the exam that time is running and you were like, okay, let me just write in pointers?
No, actually, in my last question, I wrote in a hurry. My paper did not got fully finished. I was writing till the last moment, but I stick to paragraph point only.
Okay, okay, right. So, how do you feel like what is the very important area for any student who's sitting for SBR, which you from your experience feel that this is something they should get mastery on, like if they do this they would be able to pass?
I feel like ethics is something which you can score full marks easily because they are general points you need to write. So ethics is the area which can be done easily. Consolidation is a bit tough because even if in the exam kit you will see that no question is repeated. In every question, a new concept is tested. So you should be good with all the consolidation concepts. And I feel like question 4 is easy if you read the technical articles 1 to 2 days before the exam.
Hmm.
Because same thing comes in the exam, you just need to write it in general language only.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. And also coming back to the same question, like uh, time management, like you said you exceeded 20 minutes in the question number one. So how did you manage it thereafter? Did you reduce the quality of your answers? Was it so?
I in the from question number 2, I just did this thing. I think a point, I started writing. I did
Hmm.
not do like first 5 minutes brainstorming and then writing. It's just like this point is coming to my mind. Just write it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right. And when you were practicing, or when you said, I watched the debrief videos on the portal, how did you decide that, okay, these are the videos that I'll watch? Because I've given you like a full exam library, and there were super 20 questions as well. So, how did you decide or choose, or was it random?
First, I watched your Super 20 videos. Then I decided to do randomly. Like I focus majorly on section A. If I
Hmm.
talk about section B, I hardly watch 4 or 5 questions because I knew ki every time something new will come. So there's no point of watching it. Like I will understand the concept, but same thing is not going to come in the exam. Instead, focus more on section A because the same type of concept or the approach I learned from section A, I can easily follow in the exam as well.
Right, right. That's right. Okay, so basically, what I understood, if I just consolidate it, that number one, you focused a lot on concepts and PYUs, and you just did it all in 45 days. Because in the first attempt, let's count it nullified because you never studied for it. Then, third thing, that you went on with no self practice, with no mocks, with no assignments, but just the video debriefs which were made available to you. And you focused on super 20 questions first, and then the random picking up of the questions. And you followed paragraph in the answer writing. Plus, you suggest, even though you started with question number one, but you suggest that people should start from maybe question number two because group accounts can scare them and they can waste their time in question number one, right?
Yes.
And the most important part of like which can be a game changer could be ethics, because they should get, like, not a game changer, but it's like obvious that you should be good at writing ethical questions, so you should practice enough of them. And group account should also be good, right? And for
Yes.
question number four, make sure like 1 or 2 days before the exam you read the technical articles. So did you watch the videos of technical articles in current issues, or you just read through the actual technical articles?
I watch your for the major technical articles like for sustainability one, and for others I read the articles once and once before going to the center.
Yeah. So that's basically like if you have to write something, it's important that you have a source to read on, because I am explaining. So you might get an understanding of what I am saying or what the concept is, but actually you have to have a visual aid of or reading of that topic that you're actually supposed to write in the paper, right?
Mm.
Okay. And if by chance you got any such question which went bouncer, you know exactly in my language what is bouncer. So any question which went bouncer.
There were so many questions in my exam. That's why I'm saying I was expecting 65. I did like in one revenue question, I was being asked to tell whether it is a principal or agent, and I didn't know whether he is or not. So what I did, like I just wrote the concept. What does principal mean? What does a agent mean? And then I wrote from my understanding whether he's a principal or not.
Hmm.
Like as you also said, whether even if your answer is wrong and you give justification for the same, so you will get the marks.
Yeah. So basically, in the bouncer questions, what you did is you stated something which was obvious, and then you try to link it to the case study,
Yes.
right?
For me, 15 to 20 marks were bouncer because I just knew the concept and I didn't know the application of it.
Yeah. And did it get it on like your nerves that I don't know this and blanking out for a moment or so? How did you bring yourself back
I
into
just thought
movement?
like, and now I am in exam, nothing can be done. Just write whatever you know. Write the concept and write application. You will not get full marks, but at least get 2, 3 marks for the same.
Yeah, so that's the fighting spirit. But there are some students, they just blank out and they're like, we totally are some, also faint that, oh my God, what's this? So that's a great fighting spirit because at the end of the day, you need to get something above 50, 49, I would say.
Hmm.
Okay. Uh, Now let's come to your emotional phase as well, or maybe something which I believe many people are going through right now because they've just got their results. So getting a 33, did you feel like how this could happen? And you said you got an 18 FR. So you must have had good expectations or high expectations from you, right? Because FR and then SBR, they're like interlinked. So getting that kind of a score, how did that affect you? First of all, did it affect you? Second, how? And how did you overcome it?
I already knew that I am going to fail as the if anyone gives the exam, he know whether he is going to pass or fail. If luck favors him, then he will get exactly 50 or above 51. But after the exam, like I was not in right state of mind for a few days. I just started watching Friends series, and even in my exams, in my college exams, I went with minimal preparation. Just wanted to pass the exam. I don't know how I got 7 CGPA over there also.
Oh, that's
So, like for 1 month, I just focused on my college and watching the series to so that I do not think about my exam.
good.
Then after once my exam got over, I still kept watching series, and when the result came after 2 days, I decided that I should start studying now. Otherwise, same thing will happen again, and same I will do my like depressed moment, etc. etc.
So you don't want to talk about this, but yeah, that is something that must have happened, right?
Yes.
So once you got, like, you're saying this that you again started studying after results or just after giving the paper?
No, after giving the paper, I studied for my college exams
Ah,
at home.
okay.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Right. And okay, so that was a huge comeback, of course, that you battled within yourself as well, coming out of the whole stuff and then focusing on studying. Uh, when you were like studying again for SPR, how was that? Like, did you feel that, oh my God, it's coming again, it's a burden on me, and I have to just go through the same thing again and again? And that sense of self-doubt that I've got 33, maybe I won't be able to do it, maybe I'm not meant for this qualification, or such negative thoughts. I've heard from students getting such thoughts. So did you encounter such thoughts after results?
Yeah, for the first few days, I thought like whether I would be able to complete my ACC or not, or I will be stuck in this course only. Like it felt like if I fail, what will happen if I fail again? What will my parents think, etc., etc. All these things, and also like when you see the same books, you feel bored. I felt like why to study again the same thing. But then I decided, "Ki chalo, it happens sometimes. You should study again," and then I went on like this.
So how did you decide to join TG Professionals? That's also a question.
Randomly, I think someone told me, or in a WhatsApp group, I saw your that admission message, and then I watched your orientation, and then I decided.
Okay. So basically, you just were studying. So your original plan was I will again do self-study, right? But then
Mm,
somehow you felt that maybe now this time I should take help.
yes. Actually, the thing is that I'm already enrolled at some other coaching. After my 12th class, I paid the whole fees. And
Okay.
you know, the
Okay.
services are not that good, and they are not even refunding as well. So, like, I decided to join for your classes for SBR.
Okay. Okay. So you never joined their class like for the December attempt and not for the March attempt, right?
No. For skill level, I refer to them for 2, 3 subjects, not for others.
Okay. Right. Right. So I think That's something that I wanted to ask you. I've known everything that I could have about your preparation, all the important topics, and how did you study and everything. Anything you want to suggest? Because, see, the people who are doing self-study, they might not be able to resonate to certain terminology like it question delivery, super 20 questions, all that stuff. So, anything that you want to say out to people who are maybe studying with me, and in general, also people who are doing self-study, they would also take on something which they can resonate to from your advice. What advice, as a last note, you would like to give to them for giving their paper in June? Like, they've just got their results, or maybe they're studying SBR for the first time.
For self-study students, I would just say, like, there are many videos available on YouTube also. Like, if they have the will to do, they can find easily for whole SBR course on YouTube as well. Apart from that, there are also many tutors who have, like, including you as well, who have solved many questions on YouTube as well for fee students. So you can refer to that. And apart from that, keep revising IS, IFRS concepts regularly because you tend to forget them. Even before one day before the exam, I felt like I don't know anything.
Yeah.
So I just went through all the standards like in 5 to 6 hours, one day before the exam, so that I do not forget the exam. And one more thing, if someone is giving the afternoon shift, then you should ask for the questions from the one who gave in the morning.
Okay,
Many
that's
many questions gets repeated. In my exam, 10 to 15 marks same came.
what else? What about the people who are registered? You left them.
Ma'am, can you please repeat?
Yeah. So, what about the people who are registered at AG Professionals? What about them? What advice would you like to give to them? How they should strategize their resources?
I would say just to complete the course on time as well as focus on debrief questions. And like I did by just watching the question, you should at least practice 10 to 15 questions if you're short of time.
Yeah. So I think that would give them a lot of confidence and time management skills, like how they should have looked into it and managed the time. So that's very important. And also for the self-study students, I would say one more thing, that sometimes you can manage stuff by yourself, but try to like limit your resources, because if you say YouTube, it's a huge resource. Back in my time, we had nothing about ACC on YouTube, but now we have a lot of resources. So sometimes we're like hopping on from one video to another video. So even if you have to watch it on YouTube, just like note it down that this is what I am going to watch for this topic, this is what I'm going to watch, and this is how I'll complete my syllabus. Because everyone has a different teaching style, and everyone has a different way of delivering a concept, right? So you need to like limit yourself up to certain extent, that yes, this is what I'm going to watch, and make sure you do write questions. Sandarbh is an exception, but I think it's very important that you actually type it out, because when I am teaching, I usually say this, but Sandarbh has kind of proved me wrong. But I usually say this: if I am, solving a question, it's like I am driving the car, and you're like, okay, this is how we have to drive the car. But Sandarbh learned it from when I was driving the car, and he drove better than me. So that's something great, Sandar. That's commendable. And just getting a 91 was not commendable, but the way you came back from 33 to 91, that too without practicing, just 45 days, getting done with the syllabus 15 days before the exam, and then managing questions as well, then understanding yourself and being okay with it, just moving on, right? Sometimes we dwell into our feelings that this is so difficult, I can't do this, I am forgetting everything. But you went on. Like, that's what I'm understanding. You're like, okay, you counseled yourself, right? And I don't remember talking to you on call, like for the mentorship
No.
call, right? So, yeah. So, many people, they just call me to, no, ma'am, I am facing this, I'm feeling this, what should I do? But he was his own counselor. So that's again a huge job that you've done, Sandar. And thank you so much for sharing your wise words with everyone here. And you can always connect to Sandar. He has his Instagram handle. I'll just put it in the description box. And you're already into helping students, right? So
Yes.
what's this all about?
Ma'am, like on WhatsApp, we have a community of somewhere around 8 to 9,000 ACC students and member. Apart from that, we have a PR group where we regularly post job postings for the students who are looking for in India, UAE, etc. And also on Instagram, we currently have somewhere around 1,300 followers, and soon we are planning to start podcast series like by connecting with big companies, director partners, etc., who are working in the field. So the Instagram name is the ACCS. You may follow over there if you want.
Yeah, sure. So you guys can reach out to him over Instagram as well. I'll just put a link in the description box. So he's an all-rounder doing his ACCA, maybe looking for a job as well. Are you?
I am planning to do fourth year, so next year I might look for the
Yeah,
job.
so managing his bachelor's, ACCA, then content creation, and also giving huge comebacks and motivating you all here on YouTube as well. So I hope you have a bright future, Sandarbh.
Thank you,
May
ma'am.
God bless you, and thanks for joining in here for the session. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.